What are the thought process and the mindset for somebody who's listening to that same
It's actually what we call a quantum leap. So it was the same person. I was the same dude. So I've always been, I guess, driven. I'm not a lazy person. I've always had desire. I always kind of knew that I would succeed at some level. But $1 million business, I mean, in construction, only about 10% of that lands in your pocket. So there's probably quite a few people that have $1 billion businesses. It's the net that you got to look at. So 100K a year at 40 years old, I call that being American broke. And it's not a judgment thing, but I had been an engineer, an architect, a builder, superior traditional information and education, inferior results, in my opinion. I should have been netting, 7 figures a month by that age or something. Don't get fooled by the $1 million business. I know people that have $1 million businesses and they're pocketing 50K a year, right? Because the business is all screwed up. They have massive overhead. COVID hits. So it's really, we got to look at the net. But what happened is I just understood how this works through working with Bob and something we call thinking in a result. It's a 12 module blueprint. The first thing is setting goals, right? I had never set a goal of 10 million a year. So how would you ever get there if you're not even contemplating it? That was such basic information. It hit me like a ton of bricks. Most people just don't think.
Right.
Just don't think. So my head was down. I was working. Most people think you're at 1 million. Let's try to get to 1.5. That's traditional thinking. Now, there's no more mental thought energy to get to 10 million or what I know now, 100 million or a billion than there is to get to 10 million. It's just different thinking. It's not any more difficult. It's just different. So just the mere fact that I wasn't thinking 10 million would have negated that possibility for the rest of my life. So number one, we set a goal based on what we want, not what we think we can achieve. There's a massive difference, right? So you got to set the goal of 10 million, get on the frequency of 10 million, and then we'll attract the people, places, things, and circumstances to make that happen. And I know that sounds a little ethereal, but these are universal laws. The law of attraction really should be called the law of magnetism, right? Because that's what's really happening. We're raising our vibration to get in frequency with other people, places, things, and circumstances on that same frequency. None of your audience here can tell me why 2 magnets stick either. It's an invisible law called magnetism. Well, that's the law of attraction, but it responds to vibration, right? Magnetism or attraction is a secondary law. Vibration is a primary law of the universe, and that's what we're working with. The foundational principles like cause and effect or transmutation of energy. There's other universal laws like gravity, electricity, magnetism, right? So we're just not taught this stuff in school. So once somebody gets a hold of that in a little bit, it's super easy to make conscious decisions to build new programs to cause the body to create whatever relationship, whatever body, whatever companies, really whatever you want.